Hi, my name is Michelle, and this is my psoriasis diary entry number 2. We all know that psoriasis is a very physical condition and it affects most of the major parts of your body. And yes, even the intimate areas. This can take a huge toll on your confidence, and it did for me. When I had my first psoriasis flare, it probably took over 70 to 80% of my entire body, from my legs to my thighs, to my stomach, to my breasts, to my chest, and to my face. It seriously affected my self-confidence, how I saw myself, and my love life. I came to a point where I was so disgusted with myself that I couldn't even look in the mirror. And if I just simply walked by a mirror, I would have all these thoughts of anxiety, insecurity, and I feel like every time I walked by a mirror was when I hated myself that much more. That's when I started to think, if I was so disgusted with my own self, how could anyone else see me as beautiful or love me or accept me? After living like that for a while, I came to a point where I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, enough. I cannot keep going on living like this, hating myself every single day. So I started to reach out to some people in the psoriasis community, and little by little, I started working on my confidence. I would start wearing t-shirts again, shorts, show my legs or my shoulders and my arms. And that then was a huge step for me if I think about it. The funny thing is that when I started to accept myself and work on my self-confidence was actually when I met the love of my life. So I went out, and while I partied with my friends, I met this incredible guy who accepted me and cherished me and loved me no matter what condition my skin was in. And here's the lesson in that story is that I was ultimately able to find love because I put myself out there and I let myself be vulnerable. Of course, it isn't easy or perfect all the time. I was often, insecure about my naked body, and I would try to hide my flares, my skin with lingerie, or I would put my hand over my stomach or kind of over my chest like this just to hide any part of the skin I could. And it wasn't about my partner not showing me enough love. It was that little voice in the back of my head, the one that was telling me that my skin was looking ugly, that I should hide myself, that I should be ashamed. It was my own self-thoughts of negativity. It was me overthinking. And truth is, I was really hurting myself and limiting myself with these thoughts of self-hate. And when I started to ignore that voice in the back of my head, that's when I realized that my self-worth didn't and doesn't come from how I look physically, but it comes from my own self-love. My tips for overcoming insecurities and self-doubt is to look at yourself naked every day. And I know this sounds corny and unrealistic, but I'm serious. Look at your naked body every single day. Embrace every flaw, every curve, every mark, and tell yourself that you're beautiful no matter what. Also, remember that you're not alone. I found so much strength and love in the psoriasis community, in my friends and my family. So once again, my biggest takeaway is that the most important thing that helped my love life and my sex life was my confidence, was building my self-confidence. I'm going to leave you guys today with a quote that I live by, and it's that when you love yourself, you can accept love from others. It all begins with you.